Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. It's a girl OWERRI. To my returning subscribers, I want to say a very big thank you. And if you're coming across my channel for the very first time, hey, what's up? I'm OWERRI. Don't consider joining this amazing family. So guys, on today's content, I just want to talk about the cost of living in OWERRI in 2022, because every single thing have doubled in price, some tripled in price. So I'm going to talk about the cost of living in Imo State, Nigeria, OWERRI to be precise. Yes. If you're planning to relocate to OWERRI, you're planning for vacation for a few days in OWERRI, these are some certain things you should put into consideration before making your move. Yes. So for those of you trying to relocate to OWERRI, first of all, let's talk about the rent. Because of course, you have to have a shelter, you have to have a roof over your head, right? For those staying at Ikenebu, you can get 1-bedroom flats for like 200, 250, depends on which part of Ikenebu. You know, we have Ikenebu High Point and Ikenebu Down Point. What I mean by Ikenebu High Point is like the main Ikenebu where the things are happening, like the area where you have Fidelity Bank and that Yoruba Junction style. At least is more busy and more open than MCC. 3-bedroom flats will cost about 450, 500 in Ikenebu. Then another thing is, you know, if you want to pay for your rent, if you're looking for a house, you have this old modern house and a new modern house. The prices are not the same. The prices are not the same. In Ikenebu, a new modern house would cost about 3-bedroom flat would cost about 800, 900, 1 million. Currently now, yes. And Spielberg is one other place that although majority of those living at Spielberg, most people that I personally know living at Spielberg are young people. You understand, like young guys, young ladies, women living at Spielberg. And houses at Spielberg are very nice and also very affordable. 3-bedroom flats in Spielberg depends on the house. Like I said, 3-bedroom flats in Spielberg cost about 350, 400 in Spielberg. Depending on the location. Spielberg for 650. All these things are, you know, houses, how they are built, by structure, by where they are located. You understand? If you're looking for a house, the first thing you have to look for is the proximity to road. Like houses closer to the streets or to the road are always more expensive than those inside. Okay, so also put that in mind. If you are renting a house around World Bank, 3-bedroom flat is about 650, 700. That again is for old house. Yes, 3-bedroom flats in World Bank cost about 650, 700, depending on the kind of house. Don't forget, the price I'm giving here is depends on the kind of house you are moving into. Like most of the houses you get at that 650, 700 in 750 in World Bank are mostly bungalow, like just only yourself compound, everyone compound. Why around OWERRI, 1-bedroom flat costs about 350, 2-bedroom flats cost about 500, 600. Why 3-bedroom flat cost about 800, 900, 1 million. This depends on the kind of house. Some houses that comes with like water heater, some furniture, some gadgets will cost about 1 million and above. Okay, before you go ahead to pay your rent, like for example, if you have found your house already, before you can pay for the rent, you have to consider these few things I'm about to mention. Number one is water. Does water run in that compound? Does water run in your flats? That is what, but trust me, you won't like the idea of going to fetch water, going to buy water, carrying your can up and down. So that is the first thing you should ask for. Having water in your house, having water wherever you are living, it eases some stress. Honestly, make sure that they're not doing you washing and sitting for the water aspect. And importantly, don't forget to make sure they're not moving into a house with an overdue person. Don't live inside, no pay, come out. You come move inside, you don't want to inherit those bills. Trust me, this is Nigeria. Nobody is doing no shit about anything. Yes, when moving into a new house, Another thing you have to consider is the environment. Yes, the environment. If you accept if you like the environment, especially if you're a family man or a family woman that is moving into another like it's changing environment, like having a change of environment, you have to consider if it's somewhere you can raise your kids. You have to like you have many things to put into consideration. If your kids are going to school, they play like I don't know. For me, honestly, for me, it doesn't work for me. My kids going to school in Jamaica and I'm over here. I love backyard something that I just go and pick up and come back, that kind of thing. Because even if car spoil or emergency happen, it will not be story from bringing them back to the house. Do you understand me? So if you're moving around, the first thing you have to consider is the environment, how the proximity to your work, the proximity to your children's school, the proximity to market. Well, market share, everybody can travel and go to market to buy stuff, right? So first of all, check about the environment, and most especially, don't forget to check about the security. The security is that place is that security in that environment? The compound they're moving into, they have security. Like that's another thing. Because we wouldn't like to go to an environment where you just come to which they will rob you, they'll steal from you. That's to make sure that the place you're moving into has a very good security, has a very tight security. Even kidnapping can happen. Who knows? So you have to make sure that the place you're moving into has a very tight security. How long does it take to get to the main road? To get to where if you are going out, it's easier for you to look for taxi, it's easier for you to look for bike, whatever mode of transportation you are going with, it's easier for you to access. Like to live in a house that has an accessible road. That is very important. Because one, you cannot invite somebody to come to where you don't have road. I be where the person will come and park car somewhere and I use leg and cross out and meet you. That person will not come another day. So you have to live in an environment that is accessible and very easy to describe when somebody is trying to describe a location to somebody, even if it's also this delivery dispatch riders guy stores. Yes. So the next thing you have to consider while moving into OWERRI is I've talked about the major things to consider when you're trying to look for a house or paying for rent, I guess. I've talked about the cost of living, like the cost of rent. That is by year, don't forget the cost of rent. I mentioned that for a year. And if you're moving into a new house, some landlords will tell you to pay 2 years, some 3 years. Depends on whatever you have an agreement with the landlord. Yes, so I think I've covered up for the rent part of it, and I want to talk about the market type of it. Yeah, if you have newly relocated to OWERRI and you're looking for where to get cheap items, cheap market stuffs and provisions and the likes of that, the best place I'll advise you when trying to get for provisions like your milk, your milo, your sachi tomatoes, stuff like that, provisions, you have to go to Road to B. You can also access Road to B through Douglas. Yes, through Douglas. Before you reach St. Paul's, there's the route you follow that will bring you out to Road to B. Their stuff, their provisions are quite affordable, very affordable. And if you're looking for where to buy vegetables, fruits, other foodstuffs, likes of that now, you have Relief Market. That's another place that used to sell very cheap. Relief Markets, yes, they say very cheap, they are affordable, and even the Conwa market is okay. But please, if you're living around World Bank, avoid World Bank market. Although sometimes the prices are fair, but most times they do buy from Relief Market or Economy. So imagine adding price on top of what they got from Economy or Relief Market, where you used to go on another day to buy things, becomes more expensive. Do you understand me? But you can just go there once in a while if you don't have the stress of where you're living though. You don't have the stress of driving through all these places I just mentioned now to go get those foodstuffs. You can go ahead into any market near you. At least I know of the market that's around the Mama Call here side. They have a market at World Bank, coffee market at Relief Market. They have a market at Douglas. We have a market at where again we have markets. I think these are the only place I know that market is in OWERRI. Yes, and then we have the small markets at IMSO. for students. I think this is all I know. They have another market at Oji. They have another market at Oji. Oji, that is after Hadel. It has in Nkwoji. Yes. Oji is another place that has affordable prices when it comes to house. You can get, you just have the energy. You can get all varieties of house, even if you want to face me, I face you. Even if you want the one of everybody share the same toilet, if you want the one of a self-con, 1 bedroom flat, 2 bedroom flat, 3 bedroom flat, they're all affordable. They are more affordable than Wikinebu Town, New OWERRI, World Bank, Spielberg. When I'm not going to have my joint, or G is cheaper. I guess that is that for now. I just thought to share this because of recent I've been looking for a house, and I'll be going through. I don't even know who to meet. I don't even know what to expect. I don't even know what I'm doing. So like I'll guess most times I just have some issues. I just come online and Google and search for solutions that sometimes I don't even get. So I'm like, maybe most people are out there also looking for this kind of things like me, and I can barely get answers to my questions. So like I'm like, let me share every single detail I have or I know with you guys. It might help someone out there, you might not know. So there you go. Yeah, that's the end of this video for today, and I hope you all enjoyed and learned something and picked out something from this video. Okay, and I'll see you all in my next video. Bye. Yes.